The sun rose over the rolling hills of KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa. The land was quiet, but tension crackled in the air. For on this day, the mighty British Empire, armed with rifles, cannons, and the arrogance of conquest, would meet the warriors of the Zulu kingdom. And the world would witness a battle that stunned an empire. The British had invaded Zululand under the command of Lord Chelmsford, believing the Zulus primitive, their spears no match for British bullets. They were wrong. For the Zulu army, trained under King Cetshwayo, was disciplined, swift, and guided by ancient tactics that had crushed enemies long before the Redcoats arrived. At Isandlwana Hill, a British camp was left vulnerable. Chelmsford had split his forces, taking half into the countryside, underestimating the enemy. That mistake would cost him dearly. Hidden in the valleys and hills, 20,000 Zulu warriors gathered, armed with shields and the deadly ikla, a short stabbing spear perfected by Shaka Zulu himself. Their formation was legendary, the horns of the buffalo. The chest would engage the enemy head-on, the horns would encircle from both sides, and the loins, the reserve, would strike when the moment was right. As the British scouts stumbled upon the Zulu host, the warriors rose from the tall grass like a dark tide. Their war cries split the sky, Usutu, Usutu. The camp erupted in chaos. The British fired volleys, their rifles cutting down wave after wave. But the Zulu came on relentlessly, their courage overwhelming fear, their numbers swallowing the thin red lines. Ammunition wagons were poorly managed, rifles jammed, and the Zulu closed in. Soon, the horns of the buffalo snapped shut. The battlefield became a slaughterhouse. British soldiers fought desperately, bayonets against spears, pistols against shields, but the tide was unstoppable. Out of 1,800 men in the camp, over 1,300 were slain. The Union Jack, once untouchable, was drenched in African soil. The Zulu victory at Isandlwana shocked the world. The British Empire, which prided itself on never being defeated by natives, had been humbled. Newspapers in London reeled at the news. African warriors, with no guns, had annihilated a modern army. But victory came at a cost. The British would return, with reinforcements and heavy firepower, eventually defeating the Zulu later that year. Still, Isandlwana stands eternal, a reminder that courage, strategy, and unity can bring even the mightiest empire to its knees.